Okay, so in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to properly give a cat a bath. So when you give a cat a bath, cats are usually pretty sensitive and scared of water. Now this cat, he's pretty used to water, but it can still scare him a little. So when you give him a bath, you want the water not to be too hot, but not too cold. Like how would you give like a baby a bath, that's how you kind of want to give a cat a bath. So before you give him a bath, I'm just going to give him a quick brush up before you give him the bath. It doesn't have to be long, just a quick brushing. And this is Cinnamon the Fourth. He's a very cute cat. And he's a good cat. So just a quick brushing before you give him the actual bath. Just so he bathes easier. He gives belly too. He's a pretty docile cat. Okay, so now I guess we can proceed with the bathing. Okay, so now after you're done brushing him, you can just put that aside. I guess brushing is kind of like optional. You don't have to, but it's good if you do. So basically just find a good temperature and remember not too hot. So, I mean, that's a pretty good temperature. A little more on the cold side is better than a little more on the hot side because you don't want to burn their skin. But you also don't want to get them too cold. So you just want to get him a little damp, just a little. I mean, like a little wet, not a little damp. He's going to be a little scared, but you have to get him a little wet and just kind of rub it over him. You're not going to soak him. You just get him a little wet just so the shampoo and soap and stuff can like stay in his fur. So just get it all over him. See, he's not meowing or anything, so he's doing good. Okay, so that's pretty good. Now you're just going to want to get a little soap. It doesn't really matter what soap you use. If you have like a special pet soap you want to use, that's fine, but I'm just using people soap because it'll work pretty good for him, so he's squirming around. Now you just want to rub the soap in his tail and his body and his legs. Not so much his face, because just don't get it by his face because that could hurt his eyes. So I just don't really wash their like head area really. So just rub it around. Good. And see, he's not that scared. So yeah, the reason why I'm giving him a bath in the sink instead of like in a tub is just so he doesn't have to stand in standing water. So he's not as scared because this is all draining out. So he's squirming now. So he's squirming a lot. I mean, this is for any cat really. So maybe like lay him down in it. That doesn't really work. See, some cats can be even more painful to give a bath to than this one because he's not meowing. Most cats I think would freak out more than this cat does. So I don't know. He's doing pretty good though. He just doesn't want a bath. But just make sure all the soap's out of him. You don't have to give cats a long bath. Just make sure all the soap's out of them after you give them the bath. Okay, it's okay. I need a bigger area. The sink is so little. So I just have to get all the soap out of them. It's going to take a little while, so yeah, so make sure all the soap's out of them before you give them the bath. So it's going to take a little while to get all the soap out of them, but yeah, should get out pretty soon. Okay, so now that his bathing is over, or his bath is done, just the last step pretty much is to just dry him off. And don't use a blow dryer. Well, you could, but like that would like scare most cats. I know it would scare him. Or else just dry him off with a towel. Doesn't take that long, but yeah. You don't have to dry him off totally. He can, after he's done, he'll still lick himself and try to get himself dry and stuff too. So I have 2 towels here to dry him. Come back here. So yeah. Out of all the cats we own, he's probably the best for giving baths too. He's pretty good while giving baths too. So yeah. Like I said, you don't have to get him totally dry, just get all the moisture out of him pretty much. He'll still look a little wet even no matter how dry you really get him. So you just have to dry him off, let him sit in the towel for a few minutes, dry him. And then after, just let him do his own thing. He'll dry himself off. Just, if you give him a bath in winter, just, you have to dry him off a little more because it's just a little more cold in winter. Especially if you have an outdoor cat. If you have an outdoor cat, you give him a bath, definitely keep them in the house for like an hour after you give them the bath, because if you put them outside, that's not good. So definitely leave them in the house for like at least an hour, just so they get a good long time to dry off. So, and I mean, giving your cats a bath in winter, you don't really need to because they don't really get that dirty in winter. So, but yeah, usually the kitties don't really need a bath, usually like a few baths a year each, because they don't need that many baths. So yeah, they don't because they kind of clean themselves by licking themselves and things, so yeah. And you can also brush them after their bath too if you want. It's not going to hurt them any, but you don't really need to. So I do sometimes, I sometimes don't, but yeah. So like this is how he looks now. He should probably be dried a little bit more, but not a whole lot, just a little. He's purring. How adorable. He's such a good cat. So yeah. He's a good cat. So he's pretty much fully dried, and you can also give your cats treats after you give them baths, just to let them know that baths aren't that bad of a thing for them. So yeah, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.